If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex. Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, MikeMercado2333.
Unhappy with your current living situation? Want to get out of your parents' house? Do you live in the Chicagoland area? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then I have the realtor just for you, Amy Lonsky with Keller Williams. Hey, this is Mike Mercado from Mercado Airwaves and Outreach Radio Chicago. When the special lady and I started looking into buying instead of renting, we only trusted one person, and that's Amy Lonsky. With a passion for real estate, Amy will put you and your family first so you can start your life in your new dream home. Contact Amy for any other inquiries at 630-550-1518. That's 630-550-1518. Or email Amy at amylonsky@kw.com. That's AIMEELONSKI at KW.com. What's up, friends? Mike here from Mercado Airwaves. If you missed any one of our past interviews with amazing guests like future Hall of Famer and pound for pound best fighter in the world, UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson,
another day at the office, I get to go out there and test my skill.
To award-winning producer, director, and actor Orlando Jones. Orlando, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, sir. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
And all the other interesting guests we've had on. Joining us today is director and writer David Ferrier.
Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you having me on the show.
MMA legend Chael Sonnen joins us today.
Keep listening to your show. This is great. Thanks, my friend.
Just subscribe to us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. And while you're there, please like, review, and rate us, friends. It helps so much. We also have a Patreon for anyone who would like to support the show. Just visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves and see how you can get all of our interviews ad-free and before anyone else, and how you can get your business or company spotlighted on the show. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. And if you would like to see what we're up to behind the scenes, follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Thanks for listening and all the support.
Get ready, get set for the best movie and pop culture talk in the universe. It's The Good Brothers on Mercado Airwaves with your hosts, Alex Mercado and Mike Mercado.
No one asked if we could do a podcast. They asked us if we should do a podcast, and we ignored them. I am Alex, that's Mike, and we are The Good Brothers.
Life finds a way. Alex, it's another week, man. We've made it another week in this crazy world of pop culture in our podcast.
Barely.
Very, very much barely. And we have a lot to get into today, good brother. It's 4th of July is right around the corner. Summer is blowing up in a big way.
Would this be halftime for summer or the end of summer? Are we in the third quarter?
You know what, man? I'm starting to
feel
believe
like we're half third quarter.
You know what? Because I don't know. That's a conversation that I've had at work so many times.
Movie wise, I think we're in the third quarter.
Yeah, but like,
I feel like we got Mission Impossible, Ant-Man. Like we're coming to the end.
In like real life, we're like just beginning summer, but like in movie, but in
so in the real world, not the Good Brothers world, we're about NCAA basketball. Halfway.
Yeah.
But in our world, I think we're about the third quarter. Yeah. We're already, because we've been doing this since like Big Blockbuster since March.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely coming to the end of the fourth quarter. Maybe some overtime, but.
So why don't we get right into it? The big movie that came out, it's somehow I was completely wrong. You were actually pretty close.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom came out.
Right good.
No, number one in the world. I got a chance to check it out this past week. And Alex, I got to tell you something, man. I did not enjoy this movie. I had fun for the first like 45 minutes. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are awesome and charming like they always are. But other than that, there's nothing special about this movie. There's nothing creative about this movie. There's some parts of it that are gut-wrenching because there's things that happen in it that that pull at your heartstrings. But all in all, like it was a lesser version of Jurassic World.
Do we get to know what happens to those stupid kids?
No.
Really? They don't actually parents get divorced?
No, and like
I don't know why I thought about that, but I was kind of curious about that. I'm like, with those two characters, I know those actors gone on to do a lot of movies now.
Yeah.
Like I Love Simon and all those movies. Like they've done great work. Like the actors are fine. I was just curious if we even address these two little bastards.
This movie's even worse at storyline progression and leaving things untouched. You know, there's that old adage of wrestling, it's like you don't do something unless you're gonna go back. You're gonna call back to it. Yeah. There's no callbacks in this movie. the big sea monster that you see that kills the Indominus Rex in part 1. You see it twice in this movie, and both times are very non-consequential. They tease at it, and it doesn't really mean anything in it. It just kind of reestablishes the point of what the whole theme of the movie is. I think more than ever, I am so confident that this is going to be a Jurassic World War, that they're going to do genetic splicing between humans and dinosaurs. They went down.
Or they can just do a total Lost World and now they're in Chicago and New York and Vegas.
For the next little bit, if you don't want to get spoiled about very little dumb spoilers of Jurassic
What
World.
are you getting spoiled about? They're dinosaurs, the world, guys.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. So they even go into cloning of humans in this movie.
Oh God!
And it's a thing that happens in it, and the payoff is not good. It's not good. And the storyline before it is not good. So when you find out what's happening with it, the lead up was not good and the payoff is not good. Nothing is explained of it. Nothing comes of it. Except
we just can clone humans now.
We can clone humans of it. And I was talking to third good brother Marcos about this, and I mentioned it to him. I'm like, it's what we've been fearing since Jurassic Park 3 was released. That at some point we're gonna get human dinosaur hybrids.
You say fear, I say want so badly.
I say Sharknado is amazing.
Can you imagine me with a T-Rex or a raptor?
Sure. But you and I had this conversation last week. We're like, there hasn't been a great Jurassic Park movie. Other than Jurassic Park.
There's been one fantastic, memorizing, historical,
all-time
one great movie.
By a great
There's
director.
been one amazing blockbuster, and 3 very, 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 very sci-fi subpar movies.
Yeah, and here's the thing. In this one, the first 45 minutes, they explore something very interesting, which is the conservation of these animals. And it's the same thing that is in part 1. It's like, they've already had their time. We're playing God, but now that they're here, can we get rid of them? Do we help them? What do we do? And it's very interesting the way that they do bring Congress into this and the way they do talk about the politics that would be happening in a real-world scenario where dinosaurs are brought back. And there's multiple times where they tease at this, but nothing comes of it. Nothing matters in this movie. There are no consequences in this movie.
I mean, if it was me, look what I'm doing to these little gummy sharks, Mike. Little gummy dinosaurs. Yeah. It's gonna get rid of them.
Yeah.
All gone.
Yeah. And here's the thing. It made too much money for there not to be a Jurassic World 3.
But we knew it. What I told you it was it's not specific Pacific Rim where it's just a bad movie. These are dinosaurs. People love dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. There's fruit snacks, Mike. You brought fruit snacks of it.
Yeah, I know. Eating fruit snacks in the middle of a podcast. We also have some other stuff came out. Alex, all in all, you want me to give a quick score? You haven't gotten a chance to check it out. I know you're going to.
Scored anyway.
Yeah.
2.5.
Yeah, out of 5. Out of 10, I'm giving it a 6.
How many gummies? Out of how many gummies?
Out of 10 gummies, I'm giving it 6.
That's kind of generous.
Yeah,
okay, I'm
very
kind of excited.
Very generous.
I'm going to see it this weekend after I see Sicario.
No. And then on that note, Sicario Day of the Soldado.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
It's a sequel to Avengers, obviously.
Super
Brolyn's in it too, so his daughter's coming out.
Super stoked, dude. I'm just
getting
super
good
excited.
reviews.
Yeah,
they
I'm
said
very
it's
excited.
not as what's the word they mentioned. So the reviews coming out are saying it's a great movie, great sequel, lives up to the hype. Maybe not as oh my god, what is the word I'm thinking of? Maybe not as
impactful.
No, more like something special, something like
unique, gravitational,
gravitas.
Gravitas. Yeah. No.
Maybe not as specific. Maybe not. Maybe a little more blockbustery. Maybe not as special, but still amazing. Still a great movie, a great sequel. It can live on its own, but just not as. Man, I cannot think of the word.
Well, it'll come up to you.
When something's just so special, when something's so personal, I guess. Yeah. Personal would be the word. It's not as personal without Emily Blunt.
Because the first Sicario, you're living through Emily Blunt. And
this one's more just, boom, boom, boom. But guess what? It's very well done.
And it's Benicio del Toro, and his character what was so unique about his character in the first Sicario is that he was very quiet. And there was a mystery to him. There was almost a Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men to him, where he was the final answer. He was the answer to everything.
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy.
Kind of. Yeah. All right, Roman. And so I'm very interested to see the way this movie plays out. I mean, I did not think of all movies that this was the one that was going to get a sequel. It's
yeah. If you had to bet money. This is probably if you told me give me 5 movies that came out 3 years ago, 2 years ago that get a sequel, This isn't even close to that list. This is an honorable mention even. Like that movie could have just ended. I'm glad the sequel turned out well. I hope it makes money. Maybe they'll set up for a third one. I don't know what this one's necessarily about because I've been pretty good. I only watched one trailer, the original one.
The original one, yeah.
I haven't seen the new ones because I really don't want to go in with too much because I heard they might start giving away a little too much. And I already got what I needed. Like, if it's Narcos, Cartel Land, like all that sort of... I love that genre.
Yeah.
Because of how modern it really is and how chaotic it is. I think that's what I love about these movies, especially it's our people. That, like, you're like, man, this is happening right below us now, like today. And I hear they do a good job interviewing some of the more modern politics because you got to think this was the first one came out 3 years ago, so maybe 4 years ago.
The first one,
like that's a whole different political landscape.
World. Yeah,
that's a whole different president.
Yeah, right.
Like you got to think that went from the Obama era to the Trump era. Whatever your political views are, the world changed.
Yeah,
immigrant policies changed.
Yeah.
You know, the way our government runs their black ops changed.
Cartel.
So, like, I'm so excited when they talk about, they go into that. I'm like, wow, like, I can't wait to hear what they how they're going in about this, the way they deal with terrorists. And is this a bigger issue? Is this a bigger issue? Like, I'm really, really excited to watch this movie.
Yeah,
honestly.
so our hype level for Sicario is through the roof. Super excited. Sicario Day of the Soldado is going to be Soldado.
Yeah,
Day of the Soldado is going to be amazing.
I'm messing it up. Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, and then we also got a Predator trailer, Alex.
Two Predator trailers. The second one.
Yeah. This is the second one.
We talked about the other one.
We talked about the first one when it came out. This one is, I guess, the real trailer because I didn't
Red Band.
Because the Red Band trailer was good.
It's funny, like you said we didn't like the first trailer that much.
Nope.
I really like this.
This one was really cool. Here's the thing. I think because I like Shane Black so much and I know his type of movie, I think I have confidence in to see how this is going to play out. But like, I could see why. Here's my problem. Okay. Why can't we just be okay with the Predator? Why does it have to be a hybrid of something? Like, the fact that everybody's already assuming that it's a hybrid of a xenomorph and a Predator is kind of upset. Like, what is wrong with the movies that we have these days? Like, why do we need to create an Indominus Rex or an Indominus Raptor for these movies? Why does it have to be this super creature? Like, why is it that in this movie, in Predator, a Predator is not enough? You're telling me that a Predator is not enough to sell a movie? Like, it needs, how much more money you're gonna make by making it a super Predator? Like,
I know I'm gonna pay super more money for it.
Yeah,
I think you need to. Like, the problem with Aliens, I think, is they took so long to get there that people got bored of it. I think because we talked about this where I don't like the Aliens franchise because I think there's a lot more bad, just like Jurassic Park, than good. With Predator, I think even the worst movie, like take away the Alien versus Predator, because I love the first one. I think the first one's awesome. Like, Freddy vs. Jason's awesome. Let's say you do what, like 4 Predator movies? One we haven't seen? 2.5 of them are pretty damn good. I thought Predators was good. Predators 1 is a classic. Predators 2 is fun.
It's okay.
It's fun for the time it came out. Better than Aliens 2.
Yeah.
Like, Predators 2 is better than some of the worst.
No, I disagree. I think Alien and Aliens 2 are better than anything that Alien and Aliens are better.
But you're skipping that. Aliens is technically part 3. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's Alien and Aliens.
Then Alien 3. So Predator 2 and Alien 3.
Alien 3 is with
Predator. I think is the best one of all of them.
Predator is my favorite out of all of them.
I think Predators is better than Aliens.
I disagree.
I think that movie is so underrated. That movie is so clever and good. I think personally, I enjoy that movie so much. I think it does so much for the Predator lore that I don't really get. I get an Aliens, but I just don't love the Alien franchise, honestly.
Here's the thing, though. I love the Predator for Arnold. That's an Arnold movie to me. That's not a Predator movie. That's an Arnold movie to me. And that's how I always grew up for it. When I grew up, I did not grow up thinking that I was watching a Predator movie in pop culture. I grew up thinking this is just another
So you don't
Arnold
think that was
Schwarzenegger.
Sigourney Weaver?
No, I think very much that Sigourney Weaver is that franchise, but that's Ridley. That's that character. That process that she goes through in part 1 where she's not the main character and then it's a scary movie. And then in part 2, she's a badass because James Cameron knows how to make one of his first big old blockbuster movies. Yeah. So like to me, that's where it changes. It's like maybe for me because I love Arnold Schwarzenegger so much that I love that Predator movie so much, but I can appreciate why Hollywood loves
mother.
Come on, yeah. I mean, stick around. Dylan, you son of a bitch. They got you pushing papers too much. Like, there's a lot of cool scenes in that movie. But
that movie's great.
That movie's great.
Like, people have called it a B-list movie.
Makes you a sexual tyrannosaurus.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I do think Predators is very underrated. I think Predators is great.
And some more things that we found out, Alex. Tom Holland in a definitely not a leak, but a total leak, but not a leak.
Yeah.
We find out that what the new title is. It's not.
But they kind of rumored that that he would be abroad or something.
So because we knew he was going to be.
It's far away.
It's far. No, it's Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Far From Home. Sorry,
and it sticks to the Homecoming trap. And here's the thing: I told you this. I think it was off air. It might have been on the show. I thought they were going to call this Spider-Man: New Avenger. Because I thought that was going to be. Because Spider-Man.
I told you were stupid. Yeah.
Well, because Spider-Man is going to be the first movie after Avenger Infinity War 2 or Infinity Gauntlet or whatever they're calling this one. It's the first movie after the next Avengers movie. So I thought, okay, cool.
Yeah, because then I think we go maybe Guardians.
Yeah, Guardians is the one after that. Like that's the next.
There might be one other that we're missing.
No, because Captain Marvel's right before.
Black Panther 2 is not in production.
No, it's Spider-Man and Guardians. Yeah,
right?
It's Spider-Man and Guardians.
Yeah, those are the only official ones.
So technically. Yeah. And so we found out Spider-Man: Far From Home. I think it's a cool title. Like I mean, we've heard everybody say it at this point, but there is that double entendre in it. It's the way we leave off of Avengers: Infinity War. That's what's stuck in your mind right now. But we also know he's not going to be at home a lot in this one. It sticks to
exactly.
The
we
Marvel
really
universe.
don't know because we don't know where the next movie is going to end necessarily.
Yeah,
we still got 2 more movies coming up before Infinity War. I mean, who knows? Like where he could be. Does he mean Far From Home? Like he's on a trip? Is he in space? Is he in a quantum realm that we might find on Ant-Man? Who knows where they are? What if we find out Ant-Man? Oh, shit. Could you imagine if Ant-Man ends and we see all the people that disappeared in the zone? How crazy could it be? I don't think that's true.
I think that'd be great, but I think we'll get into it right now. July 6th, we're going to have a very special episode of The Good Brothers for you guys on the 4th of July week. But coming out is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Getting great reviews.
Like, hey, you like part 1? It's funnier, bigger, and better. More action. Cool.
Super excited about that. Let's just get into some really quick guesses and trivia you want to go through. Alex, 1, how does Ant-Man end? What is the post-credit scene?
I'm going to be the one to guess because people are kind of saying it might be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
We're going to see one of these Avengers. I'm going to give you 2 options. 1, we're going to get a flashback with Captain Marvel and the original Ant-Man and Wasp.
Okay.
Like kind of like a mini Avengers, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Nick Fury and all them.
Yeah.
Or 2, we find some of these Avengers aren't disappeared when he snapped them away. They're in the realm.
Interesting.
And we're going to see, like, maybe we send someone in there, like Evangeline's mom or, Michael Douglas, and we see, there's Black Panther, Spider-Man,
very dope,
Bucky. Like, oh my God, they're not dead; they're just in the realm. I don't think I would love that to happen, but for all we know, it's just someone disappears. Michael Pena disappears at the end.
I think the only one that survives is the Wasp. I think at the very end we get the snap.
Well, to be fair, they already leaked the picture of all the new Avengers and the first like Infinity War Part 2 technical thing. They're both in it.
Yeah,
that's why I think you would lose maybe Michael Douglas or maybe the mom.
Yeah. But I think we're losing somebody.
Or even someone as simple as Michael Pena.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting there talking and he's just disappears.
But it's because this is the last
or
movie
his daughter.
Maybe. But we are for sure, I think, because everybody's assuming because of the way Avengers ended that Captain Marvel is going to have the bigger post-credit scene for it. I think this is the movie that has the biggest impact post-credit wise leading into Avengers Infinity War because Captain Marvel is more of a precursor to the movie. Yeah. The post-credit scene isn't in it. The whole movie is a precursor to the next Avengers movie. Ant-Man and the Wasp is the next story of the continuation of Avengers.
Like
and
we're
what's
in this
going
world
on.
and like we're not at the same time / after before-ish.
So what's your hype level of Ant-Man and the Wasp? Like,
I'm real excited.
Yeah,
like,
especially as we're going on.
I was worried it might just be kind of average, especially up there, but people are really digging it. Like maybe this would be a nice way for Marvel to end their year. Could you imagine them being like, yo, we went 3 for freaking 3. We hit a grand slam, a home run, and a triple.
Well, it wasn't.
And guess what? Venom turned out okay. We hit a double while we were at it there, people.
Well, that's Sony will get a lot of credit for that, too. But it wasn't all sunshine, Alex. For Marvel especially, Luke Cage dropped this week, too. No buzz.
You know what? But here's the thing. I don't think, because it's Netflix, so I don't think they necessarily buzz, because it's Netflix anyway. I'm happy the reviews weren't bad. The reviews aren't bad for Luke Cage. they're just so average. They're so like, guys, it's a fine show. It's unnecessary. You gotta stop doing 13 episodes, people.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm on episode 3, and what's the guy's name? What's his the real
Michael
name?
Coulter.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, he is electrifying. Like, the best. The actors are great. They never Marvel, even in TV, doesn't have bad actors. Even freaking more Agents of Shield. Luna was great as Ghost Rider. Like, but it's just the TV. It's too many episodes, y'all. And unless you're giving me John Berthel's Punisher or Charlie Cox's Daredevil, I don't care.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Never watched Iron Fist. I'm going to probably finish the case. I started it, and it's actually kind of interesting, but, like, not that interesting. But, like, I'll finish it in, like, a year. I'll watch an episode here or there. I'll probably watch one tonight.
Yeah.
Probably watch another one. Like, I'll just, you know what, if I'm free this weekend, you know, lady friend's out of town, I might watch a couple episodes. But I'm more interested in The Staircase.
Oh,
I'm more interested
watching
in
it?
they put I'm on episode 4 of that one. I'm more interested in The Last Jedi is on Netflix. Gonna have to watch that one more time on Netflix. There's more things. Sicario. I gotta watch Jurassic World still. There's probably a movie I haven't seen. Quiet Place comes out on digital, and I need to watch that on bootleg. Sorry.
We'll find
Sorry, Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
I will pay for the movie.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of documentaries I want to watch. Like, it's just so low on a list. And, like, I remember back, like, when the first season came out, how hyped you and me would race to finish these episodes.
Yeah.
And if it's not Daredevil or Punisher, which I'm glad Punisher there are both, like, they're getting, you know, they're in the moment, they're doing it.
Yeah.
But, man, I just do not care.
I don't have any.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
If you love Luke Cage Season 1 for what it was, you will love this. If that's the way you look at, like, if that was one of your favorite shows, you'll love this show.
Of course.
You will. You'll love the season. It's just not. It's not even that's not for me. It's just boring.
Yeah. What are the stakes?
What are my stakes here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. I hear there's a really cool connecting. I hear maybe we get some ghost people at the end of the season, like that they're gonna start going, like, you know how people disappear in Infinity War.
Yeah. That
we might get in this show. I heard there's something crazy that happens at the end, post credit. So I'm kind of really low key excited to get there.
Nobody's ever really talked
But if
about
I get
that.
some stupid just Daredevil teaser, I'll be pissed because then I just want to see Daredevil now.
Yeah, and like there's something to that because like nobody really even talks about the fact that how does Thanos affect the TV shows?
He's got to. I mean,
He's
the
got
Snap
to.
has what? The Snap doesn't affect TV?
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't get to Netflix,
Yeah,
people.
yeah, Netflix
It doesn't
is a safe zone.
affect that little square of New York. Hell's Kitchen or the Bronx or Harlem doesn't get affected.
No, sorry, Hell's Kitchen is safe.
Hell's Kitchen is safe.
But we also found out some more news about Disney and Fox. The approval went through the justice system, and essentially, if the deal gets done, it has been approved.
They're approved. So now their permission has gone through. Like we were used to talk about, like, oh, they might not even get permission. They got permission.
They got permission
They
to
can
do
buy
it.
I mean, Fox is kind of making a lot of moves. You know, they got the WWE signed for 5 years on their major network for 2 hours Friday nights starting October 2019. That's
2019,
interesting.
yeah. And then so
FIFA right now, like,
we'll get
Fox
into that in a
is
second.
crazy.
We have to Fox is going to have to get rid of about 24 sports regional channels, and I mentioned this to Alex that the Cubs might be, a lot of teams just like the Cubs might be into that, to buy their own network so they own their own TV rights, and then in its own right, and like Alex mentioned too, Fox has been hosting, and I think doing a better job this year of the World Cup
than ESPN ever did.
And I think it's been a phenomenal World Cup.
We were talking about against a stupid third brother.
Yeah.
The bad brother.
Yeah.
Like, how different it really feels. Mm-hmm. And like you said, like, yeah, like we can say this or this, but like when it comes down to it, it's been advertised better.
Yeah.
It's more available.
The stars are available.
Like, even regardless, like, it's just they're doing a much better job. They're making it feel like must-watch TV. They're making you get up at 9 a.m. Before, ESPN didn't make you want to get up at 9 a.m. They're like, I'll catch the highlights.
Yeah.
No, this is must-watch TV. Like, you're not part of the conversation if you're not watching.
And
right
it's
now.
on basic television.
And that's important. Like, this. I mean, we've always felt like that because we're always, you know, our rule in our Mercado household is soccer's only important every 4 years, and I'll stick by that saying.
Yeah.
You know, we're not a hockey family either. Mike pretends to be, but we're not a soccer family. We never were. Our grandpa was a baseball guy.
Yeah.
We're Cubs people. We were Cubs peoples and Bulls people. Let's be honest. That was our house.
More than anything,
Jordan
yeah.
and the Cubs.
And Bears.
Even when the Cubs were bad. We're not. I wouldn't even say we're a diehard Bears family, honestly.
No.
Football wasn't like. If I remember my grandpa watching TV, it's the Cubs games and Michael Jordan.
Yeah, right.
That's
right,
our
right.
big ones. Like, we
Right.
love sports, but soccer was never a huge thing. Maybe our grandma a little bit. World Cup has always been big to us, though.
Yeah,
Like we're sports fans, die and die.
Yeah.
So we know, hey, every 4 years, I'm yelling, go. I'm watching.
Yeah.
I got 5 nationalities. I'm better. One of those mofo's better do something.
Well, it's just the availability is nice too because it's on Fox. It's at good times. Like it's not in a country in which and it happens every once in a while.
I like the point you made earlier was it's crazy how popular it is in our country right now with our country not in it.
The country's not in it. And think about it. One of the other big nationalities in our country is Italian. Italy's not in it. There's a lot of teams that aren't in it that you would think, but I think where it's at, specifically in Russia, the fact that the time zones allow it to be played at 9 a.m. opposed to 5 a.m. like some years. And, unfortunately, that's just what it is because of time zones and the way the planet works. But I think it's just a lot of fun. And honestly, there's people who gamble on it, so there's a lot of money being transferred around that gets people interested. Social media, like you mentioned off air, that it's a big thing. People are talking about it online. They're cheering, they're jabbing, they're doing back and forth. They're showing the plays. And to then in its own, it's just pretty cool to see.
4 years does change. People don't realize, if you go back and had time machine to go back to 2014 summer, it's probably a very different social media landscape. We don't have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter.
The way we do now, at least
it's
the
Facebook.
Way yeah.
And think about how all those things have kind of escalated. YouTube's a whole different monster. Cable's a whole different monster. The way we talk to each other is so different. It's crazy how 4 years. Imagine in 4 more years and 4 more years what we're gonna have. It's just kind of intense to think about. It's getting more popular, but there's reasons for it, and we can narrow down those reasons why it is. But nonetheless, it's fun. It's a very fun time for soccer.
Yeah, and it's always a good time, and it comes into a great time where we're in 4th of July season, and we're in the summer season. The weather's nice, and we get to enjoy it and watch it and then go outside and play it, and everybody's about to be on vacation to watch the knockout games, and that's pretty cool times, Alex. But, yeah, man, you know what? This was a really cool episode. The Good Brothers and everything in Mercado Airwaves, we're hunkering down. We're doing a lot of work right now because we're about to be in holiday season. Alex, you got a lot of work coming up on the team. Yeah, we are the Griswolds. Anything you want to hit on before we let the awesome folks? We didn't get a chance to do it last week. A shout out to the amazing career of Big Ben Vader. Yeah,
he was one of our favorites growing up. I remember just because he's obviously a big man. He could flip. Yeah. He had the mask. He had the
Boy
horns.
Meets World.
Boy Meets World. Vader was one of my favorites.
Leon White, good guy.
Leon White was awesome. You saw him on Total Divas a bit because Red married the husband or the son. Yeah. And, he did, we knew this was coming. He survived it, I guess, an extra 2 years than he thought he would. Because he had come out with a post saying, he had this incurable disease. Yeah. He was going to probably die within 9 months. He ends up lasting 2.5 more years.
Which is crazy.
And it's crazy because I think Jericho's his best, how underappreciated I think he really was when he was alive. Yeah. And now that he's gone, now we're starting to look back and be like, man, dude's a legend. Yeah. Vader is a legend. Vader's on that level with your Yokozunas.
Hardcore legend.
Your big men of wrestling who... your Takers and your King Kong Bundys. He was huge all over the world.
Former WCW World Champion.
Vader did a lot of things big for the industry, and Leon White had his issues, obviously. But at the end of the day, he was just a great wrestler.
And it's just a shame, and he wasn't in the WWE Hall of Fame.
I mean,
before
he will
died.
be now. This
now
year
he will
headline,
be, and
which sucks.
It sucks, and it sucks that happens so often.
At this point, you might as well put him and China at the same time. You're just gonna. It sucks
that happens, but I get it
their
too.
system.
Yeah, and
they
it's
don't want
production.
wheelchairs. They don't want drama.
Yeah, so at least we got that in. We missed it last week. Literally, as we were recording, we didn't get a chance to put it in there, but at least now it gives us a chance to, because wrestling being such a big part of it. I was actually watching King of the Ring. I think it was 99 of the second Hell in the Cell, and it just made me think. I'm like, man, one day if we ever lose Mick Foley or the Undertaker, it's gonna be such a the end of childhood memories for me. These guys, they were such a big part of it.
Ric Flair's almost tapped out a few times.
It's crazy.
Hulk Hogan's up there in age.
We lost Roddy already.
Roddy's gone.
So it's
Macho's gone.
Yeah. So it's always, you always want to appreciate them while they're here, and that's for anybody, let alone not just famous people, for anybody in your life. So, at that very least, Alex, I think we should also leave these awesome people with, it was a little bit of a short show. We know people are getting ready to gear up, go Griswold Styles and get ready for their vacations. It's Independence Day for any of you people listening.
We remember our Independence Day. The world will know. Just listen to the speech, guys.
Yeah, go ahead and you can watch any of these great movies. You can watch Independence Day. You can also watch War of the Worlds or anything that makes you feel patriotic, like The Patriot, stuff with Mel Gibson. All great movies to watch. Just coming up. But in all seriousness, you guys are listening to this a week before Independence Day. You're going to hear an amazing episode that Alex and I are working on. We're going to have ourselves a little bit of a summertime draft that I'm going to beat his brains in because Alex.
I still don't know what the draft is. If we're doing it this summer or all summers, but I'm going to win because it's a competition. And in our household, Mike is always born first, second placing, though.
We'll see how this plays out.
First in the world, second in the hearts.
That's what it is. And, but yeah, so what we're going to do too, though, is because it was more of a quick hits, Colonel type of episode, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to replay 2 different interviews that I did throughout the last few weeks. First, you're going to hear Doug Liman and Maddie Hess before their premiere of the Impulse series that came out on YouTube Premium. And then I'm going to put on Will Brooks, Chicago native who won his fight at the Chicago Theater 2 weeks ago for the Professional Fighters League. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. A little bit of a treat for sticking with us and to get into your holiday week.
And then you're going to listen to me eating gummies for
As
at least
Alex
35 minutes.
Because
so it's a long 2-hour episode of me eating gummies.
Total professional. For the good brother himself, Alex Mercado, I'm Mike Mercado. I will see you on the very next episode of The Good Brothers here on the Mercado Airwaves Network. Enjoy.
If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex. Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, Mike Mercado2333.
Unhappy with your current living situation? Want to get out of your parents' house? Do you live in the Chicagoland area? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then I have the realtor just for you, Amy Lonsky with Keller Williams. Hey, this is Mike Mercado from Mercado Airwaves and Outreach Radio Chicago. When the special lady and I started looking into buying instead of renting, we only trusted one person, and that's Amy Lonsky. With a passion for real estate, Amy will put you and your family first so you can start your life in your new dream home. Contact Amy for any other inquiries at 630-550-1518. That's 630-550-1518. Or email Amy at amylonsky@kw.com. That's AIMEELONSKI@kw.com. What's up, friends? Mike here from Mercado Airwaves. If you missed any one of our past interviews with amazing guests like future Hall of Famer and pound for pound best fighter in the world, UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson,
It's another day at the office. I get to go out there and test my skill.
to award-winning producer, director, and actor Orlando Jones. Orlando, how you doing,
Hey,
buddy?
sir. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
And all the other interesting guests we've had on. Joining us today is director and writer David Ferrier.
Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you having me on the show.
MMA legend Chael Sonnen joins us today.
Keep listening to your show. This is great. Thanks, my friend.
Just subscribe to us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. And while you're there, please like, review, and rate us, friends. It helps so much. We also have a Patreon for anyone who would like to support the show. Just visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves and see how you can get all of our interviews ad-free and before anyone else, and how you can get your business or company spotlighted on the show. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. And if you would like to see what we're up to behind the scenes, follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Thanks for listening and all the support. Thank you for keeping it with us, guys. Here is our interview with executive producer and director Doug Liman and the star of the brand new YouTube show, Impulse, Maddie Hassan. Enjoy.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, congratulations to both of you for this, for today dropping of Impulse. Who would have thought we finally got to this moment? How are you two feeling?
I cried this morning, but I'm thrilled now.
That's awesome.
I'm just excited. I'm so proud of Impulse, and I just can't wait for people to watch it because it's just so exciting and fun and riveting, and I just can't wait to. And it's unlike anything else on TV. So I really want to see what the audience's reaction is to it. I want to, we're getting great reviews, but what I really care about are going into the chat rooms and seeing what the comment section, just see, the audience I really care about, see what they have to say about it, because it's unlike anything else you're going to see on TV.
Maddie, what was it about this project that really got you excited to sink your teeth into?
It's real, but the thing that drew me to it was Henry. I fell in love with Henry from the very first script, which is very different from how the show is now, but I just fell in love with her strength and how well she knows who she is at such a young age, and I think that's not often depicted in the way that it is.
And the freedom as a young woman to portray a character who's pretty dark and unlikable.
Yeah.
That's an unusual thing to see on screen, because usually the pressure is, oh, she's an ingenue, make her sweet and likable, and we went the other way. I mean, Henry is a dark character.
And speaking as a young woman, that's nice to watch. I don't want to see another likable woman for the sake of being likable. I want to see somebody who's going through real stuff.
And how important is that to use the platform to really show a lot of multiple sides and give a voice to what people don't have?
Well, I love that, once you add a superpower, you kind of have free reign to then dig in deep on the other, and it becomes really watchable and fun to watch. I think it would be, and the world is so riveting and exciting, but I just think we had a little bit more carte blanche to just go further with the characters, because there also was going to be the eye candy and the excitement of an action that go with the fact that she develops a superpower.
How important was the chemistry leading into this so that we can really feel it off screen and on the screen to what is going to be a successful show this summer?
Well, between Maddie Hassan and Missy Pyle, play mother-daughter, and that really is such an important relationship in the show, because she's being dragged around from town to town, toted around by her mom, and with different failed relationships, and ends up stuck in a town she hates, this school she hates, with a half sort of her mom's boyfriend's daughter, stuck in this, having to share a bathroom. She just, it just pushes Maddie's character into such a tough and dark space, and it's all incredibly kind of fun and exciting to watch, because Maddie and Missy have such incredible on-screen chemistry. And
we lucked out with that, because Missy and I didn't meet until we were in Canada shooting the pilot. And Missy and I connected so deeply that, now when we shoot, I will, on off days go over to her house and make her pancakes and hang out with her and her daughter. And, we really, really love each other as if we're related, which is not common. And Sarah Desjardins, who plays Jenna Hope, and Daniel Maslany, and my character Henry, create sort of this triangle that I think in the coming seasons, fingers crossed, will become very much the center of the show. And we all luckily have incredible chemistry, and they're both such strong actors that it was easy to shoot a lot of those scenes with them.
Well, congratulations to you guys, the entire team. Impulse drops right now. You can watch it, binge it, enjoy it, support it. YouTube Premium. Any last words, guys? You got a busy day today. Any last words about the premiere, the success, the team, everything? Floor is yours.
The first 3 episodes are free before subscribing. So go.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. When you're in Chicago, we'll take care of you.
Thank you.
If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. You can see all of Nicole's work at typingwhentipsy.wordpress.com. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex. Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, MikeMercado2333.
Unhappy with your current living situation? Want to get out of your parents' house? Do you live in the Chicagoland area? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then I have the realtor just for you, Amy Lonsky with Keller Williams. Hey, this is Mike Mercado from Mercado Airwaves and Outreach Radio Chicago. When the special lady and I started looking into buying instead of renting, we only trusted one person, and that's Amy Lonsky. With a passion for real estate, Amy will put you and your family first so you can start your life in your new dream home. Contact Amy for any other inquiries at 630-550-1518. That's 630-550-1518. Or email Amy at amylonsky@kw.com. That's AIMEELONSKI at kw.com. What's up, friends? Mike here from Mercado Airwaves. If you missed any one of our past interviews with amazing guests like future Hall of Famer and pound for pound best fighter in the world, UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson,
It's another day at the office. I get to go out there and test my skill.
to award-winning producer, director, and actor Orlando Jones,
Orlando, how you doing,
Hey,
buddy?
sir. I'm good, brother. How you doing?
and all the other interesting guests we've had on. Joining us today is director and writer David Ferrier.
Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you having me on the show.
MMA legend Chael Sonnen joins us today.
Keep listening to your show. This is great. Thanks, my friend.
Just subscribe to us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. And while you're there, please like, review, and rate us, friends. It helps so much. We also have a Patreon for anyone who would like to support the show. Just visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves and see how you can get all of our interviews ad-free and before anyone else, and how you can get your business or company spotlighted on the show. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. And if you would like to see what we're up to behind the scenes, follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Thanks for listening and all the support.
These interviews were conducted through telephones and cell phones, and we did our best to make sure all the audio was cleaned up, so there's amazing stuff in there. If something doesn't sound so good, just give it a second and it all kind of evens out. But I promise you the content is amazing, and these guys are fun to listen to and very excited to be here in my hometown of Chicago. So sit down and enjoy our interviews with Sean O'Connell, Chris Wade, Jason High, and leading off with hometown kid Will Brooks. Enjoy.
Thank you for taking some time for us.
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us. How you feeling coming back to the Windy City to be part of one of the showcases here in the Chicago Theater, the famous Chicago Theater, man? That's awesome.
Man, I'm super hyped. I'm trying to keep myself chill, keep myself calm because I came here to do work. I came here for work. So, but I'm trying to find a balance between being home and being comfortable in my surroundings. But also trying to look at it as like a business trip and it's work. I'm here to work, So but I'm hyped though.
How do you manage that? Like I can, every fight it's a big one. It's the moment to really set themselves apart, and then you have this extra emotion of being it's a homecoming. You're coming back to the city of broad shoulders, where the legends are. You know what I'm saying when it comes to the sports world, and you get a chance to do your thing, what you do best, but. You got to be able to also, it's not just physical, it's mental. How important has that been when it comes to this moment leading up to it to make sure you are checked and you are on target and you guys are focused on the task at hand?
Well, I mean, it's like you said, I'm from the city of broad shoulders. It's tapping into the culture of who we are as Chicago and as people from Chicago, you know what I mean? Like, it's tapping into that little bit of, I think as people who live in Chicago or from Chicago, have a bit of an arrogance or a little bit of an attitude. We could do all things, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like my mindset. So it's one of those things where you're like, I'm back in my original city, I'm back in my environment, and I'm going to push that culture that I've been taught. I want to hold on to that strong-minded will and just be like, okay, now I need to direct it to being back home and fighting in front of my family and friends.
What was it about MMA, mixed martial arts, and just your whole journey in what is such a grind of a sport? We're talking about weight cut. We're talking about killing your body for so many different things, getting punched in the face to get paid, and punching people back, which is the bonus of it. But what was it about MMA that really drove you to it and let you grow and became such a big part of your life?
For me, it was more just, to be honest, in the beginning, it was like, I was in a really dark place in my life, and I was just searching for something to give me, give me reason to be here, you know what I mean? And again, this is just at the time I was just in a dark place, and I was thinking that way, and I was just searching for something, and finally, mixed martial arts just came into my life, and me being the competitor that I am, I didn't really look at it as like, I'm in love with the sport, I have a lot of passion for the sport, I have a lot of passion for competing, I have a lot of passion for competing in front of people and being successful at something, and that individual energy that comes along with it, where it's like it's all on you, it's all or nothing. Because if you lose, you don't get to blame nobody else but yourself. If you win, it's on you, and then it's up to you to give credit to those who brought you along. So throughout the whole thing, it's such an individual aspect to it. And I'm like, I love that. I love that vibe that it's all on you. So that's really what brought me towards the sport, and over time is growing my passion for the sport.
Let's go ahead and keep it funky here. It's our city, and it's not just the black community; it's the Hispanic community. It's a lot of the city has a lot of struggle, has a lot of violence, has a lot of just a lot of roadblocks in its way for people to come up and do better things. And I want to know, in your opinion, do you think this is an outlet, as crazy as it may sound, to fight and to struggle, but in this way to learn discipline and to learn a different type of failure and success? do you think there is something to maybe a community like Chicago really embracing MMA?
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, it's funny. I was actually having this conversation with a really good friend of mine, Dennis Vargas. He's like the mayor of Elgin, Illinois. I mean,
Yeah.
a suburb outside of Chicago, but it's still one of the areas where, you know, he faces a lot of different challenges in his neighborhood for years now. But he's like the mayor of Elgin. He's moving pieces and starting like schools and stuff like this, and food banks and different things of that nature. And yeah, we were just having this conversation. I was telling him, like, man, I would love to be able to, you know, one day possibly bring something back to Chicago, because I think it is one of those things where we need discipline and we need structure. And there are times where we get more consumed on with let's go after the government and the people in charge and look for them to create change, but we do need to step up and create change for ourselves. And one of the ways to do that is getting kids off the streets and putting them in environments where they can learn discipline and they can learn how to control themselves and know when it's time to fight and how to fight, and not to let me go pick up this weapon and go pick up these drugs because this is all I have, or I'm in desperation mode to create something for myself, you know. And I think through mixed martial arts or anything of that nature where the main premise and the base and the foundation is teaching patience and control and self-discipline and understanding who you are as a person and understanding that you're constantly evolving and that you have control over everything around you. Mixed martial arts is one of those things. So I'm definitely in the process of trying to figure out how do I put together something of that nature and bring it back to the community, because this is one of those things where if you could teach one young man the discipline of mixed martial arts and the background behind it, he can also, it's a chain reaction. He can go back and teach his brothers or his friends and different things like that. And I think sometimes something new to the community can help a lot.
Well put, my friend. Well put. How important is it for you to have this platform and to use it? You know, you do your thing every time you enter this cage when you're in your training camp, but you're also aware of how big of a moment it is and how big of a spotlight is put on you, and the more success and all the hard work that's put into it. How's that been? How much do you cherish that platform?
Man, I'm 31 now, right? Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, I didn't realize how, like, not to sound arrogant or egotistical, I didn't realize how important my position is, where I have this platform where I can speak up for people who can't speak for themselves, and I have this platform where I can create opportunity for people to not just be viewed in media as like, oh, these thugs or drug dealers or gangbangers and violence and drugs and killing each other and black on black crime and brown on brown crime. And I have an opportunity to position it in a package and put it together and say, look, we are so much greater than what they're putting into the media. We have so much more power than that. And in the position that I'm in now, I just now started realizing it as I've stepped back in my life and educated myself more on the black and brown communities and the history back before slavery, back in Africa and places of that and things of that nature. I'm just realizing that throughout history, it took strong black men and strong individuals in these type of communities to step up and recognize that, hey, I have a great deal of power, and since I have a great deal of power, that means my people, the people that follow me, the people that believe in me, have a great deal of power also, because I can speak for them when nobody wants to hear them speak. I can step up and speak because you can't deny me. You know, you can't keep me out of the media. You can't keep me out of the spotlight, because I'm going to keep winning and keep having success. So that's just like my mindset now, and I'm just like, it's just like all of a sudden just fell on me and dawned on me that like, yo, like you have something very special here, and this is your time to put it all together, and all the pieces are falling together, and it's just time to move forward. So that's what my mindset is right now.
Well, I can't say nothing else, but you're a great representative of our city. Welcome home. Any last words for your people?
Oh man, just I really hope that everybody has the time to make time to be able to come out to the show and just show support and just be able to come out and experience something different. I think it'll be very beneficial to people, and not just as entertainment, but just being able to see somebody that came from the city and is very excited to be back here, man. I think there's not enough people that come from Chicago, move on and have success, and come back and be jacked up and excited like a Chance the Rapper. That dude be so hyped. And but when he's here, like, he's still here, you know, but he be so hyped about his city, and it's very difficult to see that in other people, you know. So I want to do my best to emulate what he does and do what he does and just continue that vibe going, you know. So I'm excited, man. I hope that people will be able to make it out to the Chicago Theater this week, Thursday night, and just be there and enjoy, and maybe be able to have some conversation with some different faces and some different people, you know.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you. Good luck, good health, and welcome home, buddy. You deserve all the success.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the time. I appreciate it, man.
No doubt. Good luck, brother.
If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. You can see all of Nicole's work at typingwhentipsy.wordpress.com. You can follow Alex on Twitter at Mercado21Alex. Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Thanks for joining us here on The Good Brothers, here on Mercado Airwaves.
What's up, friends? Mike here from Mercado Airwaves. If you missed any one of our past interviews with amazing guests like future Hall of Famer and pound for pound best fighter in the world, UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Another day at the office, I get to go out there and test my skill.
to award-winning producer, director, and actor Orlando Jones.
Orlando, how you doing,
How
buddy?
you, sir? I'm good, brother. How you doing?
And all the other interesting guests we've had on. Joining us today is director and writer David Ferrier.
Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate you having me on the show.
MMA legend Chael Sonnen joins us today.
Keep listening to your show. This is great. Thanks, my friend.
Just subscribe to us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. And while you're there, please like, review, and rate us, friends. It helps so much. We also have a Patreon for anyone who would like to support the show. Just visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves and see how you can get all of our interviews ad-free and before anyone else, and how you can get your business or company spotlighted on the show. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. And if you would like to see what we're up to behind the scenes, follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Thanks for listening and all the support. Unhappy with your current living situation? Want to get out of your parents' house? Do you live in the Chicagoland area? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then I have the realtor just for you, Amy Lonsky with Keller Williams. Hey, this is Mike Mercado from Mercado Airwaves and Outreach Radio Chicago. When the special lady and I started looking into buying instead of renting, we only trusted one person, and that's Amy Lonsky. With a passion for real estate, Amy will put you and your family first so you can start your life in your new dream home. Contact Amy for any other inquiries at 630-550-1518. That's 630-550-1518. Or email Amy at amylonsky@kw.com. That's AIMEELONSKI@kw.com.